Welcome to DayMaster Deposit LPT with Dr. B. I'm Dr. B. If you're watching this video on any of the social media channels other than YouTube, please go to the bio, click on the YouTube link, and please subscribe and comment and like. Watch the other videos in the playlist. This is going to be the first of a series of 4 DayMaster Deposit Life Purpose teachings dealing with habits, breaking negative habits, and creating positive habits. I'm hoping to help you and encourage you to recognize where there's a need to change the habits, or what I call the habit actions, and creating positive habits, or what I call life purpose habit actions. This is critical because oftentimes we find ourselves complaining and dealing with negative consequences, negative results on a consistent basis. And very rarely do we stop to identify these negative consequences and these negative results as indicative of the habits we've created, the things we repeatedly do. We do the same things and complain that we get the same results. Einstein calls it insanity when you do the same thing but expect different results. I write in my book, Live Your Life Purpose, and indulge me for a moment. I want to read several iterations of Galatians 5. So we're going to start with the New American Standard Bible. Galatians 5:1 says, "It was for freedom that Christ set us free. Therefore, keep standing firm and do not be subject again to a yoke of slavery." The King James Bible version says, "Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ has made us free, and be not entangled again with a yoke of bondage." The International Standard Version of the same chapter and verse, Galatians 5:1, "The Messiah has set us free so that we may enjoy the benefits of freedom. So keep on standing firm in it and stop putting yourselves under the yoke of slavery again." The Aramaic Bible, in plain English, reads like this: "Stand therefore in that liberty with which the Messiah has set us free, and do not be yoked again in a yoke of bondage." The God's Word translation: "Christ has freed us so that we may enjoy the benefits of freedom. Therefore, be firm in this freedom and don't become slaves again." The King James 2000 Bible: "Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty with which Christ has made us free. Be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage." Now, I want you to understand that the admonishment here is that you stand firm and unrelenting. Stand firm and unrelenting in your commitment to remaining free. Now, your commitment to remaining free is indicative of you engaging in freedom habits, not bondage habits. So I want to talk in this series about creating positive habits and breaking negative habits. That you understand your consistent actions are what become your habits. And all too often, we find, I was there, that our consistent actions are negative actions. They're actions of conflict and actions of turmoil, actions that create broken relationships, create dissonance, financial strain. And as long as we engage in these actions, we then create these habits. I call them bondage habits, these negative habits. And we have to reap, you will always reap negative consequences from negative habits, because your negative consequences are a direct result of your negative habits. You want to change the things that come into your space. You want to change the things that come into your mind's heart. You have to begin to reprogram. Change your habits in order to change your results. You can pray all you want to. You can fast, you can pray, you can meditate, you can do anything you choose. But until you consistently engage in reprogramming and a change of your actions to change your habit, you will not change the results you get. Conflict habits create conflict results. Failure habits create failure results. You cannot engage in conflict or failure and expect peace or success. I talk about in the book automaticity. Automaticity, those things, automatic actions, automatic thoughts that are created once you begin to engage in the in the actions that you choose to engage in, that then create the habit you desire to get the results, the consequences that you desire. You want to consistently create the actions, engage in the actions, do the things that will create the positive results you desire. That's how you then create the habit. So breaking and changing a habit is necessary. Or shall I say, breaking or changing a negative habit is necessary if you want to reap positive results. But I want to encourage you, because breaking or changing a habit, any habit, it's not complicated. It's not a complicated exercise, but it does require discipline. It requires consistency. It does not happen automatically. It does not happen by accident. It requires your active participation. And aren't you tired of praying for and not receiving? Aren't you tired of constantly fighting against so many negative results and consequences in your life? You should be. I know you are. I believe you are. So I want you to begin replacing negative actions with positive life purpose actions. And we're going to talk about that in the next video. We're going to talk about the Trinity habit of change, as I call it. The Trinity habit of change. Name, replace, and create. Name, replace, create. Name the habit. Name. Identify. It's name, identify, and replace. I may have put a word there, but it's name, identify, and replace. Name the habit. Identify the trigger of the habit and replace. Replace the old action with new actions to create the new habit. The Trinity habit of change. Name, identify, replace. That's what I want to encourage you to do. Change negative habits. Change negative actions that become negative habits. Replace them with positive life purpose actions that become positive life purpose habits. And you'll see a change in the results that you receive. I want you to watch part 2 of this series, a 4-part series, dealing with breaking habits, creating positive habits to turn your life around. Go master the day. Remember to be awesome. We are forever.